All right, now the Directorate for Priority Crime Investigation, or the Hawks, have confirmed that the unit is investigating state capture reports as well as the irregular expenditure and spending at PRASA following the findings of the former Public Protector Thuli Mandela. To talk more about this, we are joined from our Pretoria studios by Brigadier Hangwani Muluaudzi. That, of course, is the Hawks spokesperson. Good to have you, Brigadier. Thanks very much for being our guest here on Morning Live.
Morning, Leah, and morning to the viewers as well. Thank you for having me.
So, the PRASA board has taken the Hawks to court for allegedly failing to investigate the company's irregular expenditure. And, of course, this, as we know, is worth billions of rands. Are you opposing this application?
Well, look, Leon, I think this is a matter that is already in court, but we are on record to say that we will be opposing this litigation from PRASA due to the fact that there is a lot that we have already covered since 2015, and at the same time we are getting good response, from the complainants of those cases. So we're just a bit perturbed, a bit surprised as to why all of a sudden there's this interest for us to be, moving quickly in terms of dealing with this case. We are dealing with an elephant here that talks to a lot of issues, maladministration, fraud, corruption, and it would need us to do our job without any hindrance from anyone. At the same time, we are working very closely with the NPA, who have actually given us experienced prosecutors who are assisting us in this case. So this case is receiving serious attention, and we can report to the public out there that these cases are being investigated, and there's a lot that we have covered already.
Yeah. When did the investigations actually begin?
Well, we started in 2015, and of course there have been correspondence between ourselves and PRASA. There were also delays that were coming from their side as well, which also made it a bit difficult for us to move forward. But despite that, already there were some issues that we had already picked up, which have been receiving attention. So there's a lot of other issues that still needs to be sorted out. But for us to be, labeled as being not taking this matter seriously, I think it's a bit unfair. I think the people who are supposed to have been saying that is the people who have opened cases, and so far we haven't received any complaints from them.
Yeah. Obviously, the current PRASA board's contract expires next month. Are you hoping that you'll finalize these investigations before this time?
No, I don't think so. There's a lot of things that needs to be done. I was speaking to the lead investigator of this case during the week, and he promised me that this matter is receiving attention, but there's still other issues that needs to be ironed out. Remember, we work with, like I said in the beginning, we have a multidisciplinary approach where we work with the NPA. So sometimes when we're done with a certain element, we take the docket to the NPA for them to check, and then they bring it back for us to continue. So those are the issues that we deal with. But for us, to say that we will be done by that time, yeah, I don't think it's attainable.
I mean, this particular case has got so much resting on it, and I mean, one of the big aspects to come out of it as well is, of course, that there are reports that the Deputy Finance Minister, our now Deputy Finance Minister, Viso Buthelezi, had allegedly been accused of turning a blind eye to wasteful expenditure and financial irregularities of around about 1 billion rand in his previous position as the chairperson of PRASA, because that was his role. Is this also part of your investigation?
Look, we don't want to mention names. I think it would be wrong for me to do that. I think let us leave the process to unfold, and then from there we'll be able to know exactly what is happening. These are just allegations that we are also hearing from the media. I'm not at liberty, to tell you exactly what is happening within the case itself, but I'm quite sure that once we are done, then we'll be able to give a clear picture of what has happened at PRASA.
Yeah. All right. That's the PRASA investigation. But you also this week announced that you've opened up an investigation into state capture, which is it's a very big issue. How deep will this investigation go, and how long do you think that this particular investigation will take?
Look, Leon, the issue here is very simple. There have been people who have opened cases before. Even the report was even published in public. We have been busy with these cases. There are cases that have been completed already. There are just a few things that we need to iron out before we take them to the MPA for a decision. The MPA, on the other hand, through their prosecutors, have picked up a few elements in terms of the Public Protector's report, which they have now referred them to us for further investigations that we have been doing. So, in terms of that, we are confident that we are moving very much smoothly. There are task teams that have been formulated that are dealing with these cases. We have members from the anti-corruption unit. We have members from the serious economic offenses or serious economic unit that are also dealing with these cases. So these are some of the cases that are sitting with us. And yes, it's got public interest. People want to know what is happening. Yeah. But I always say, when I'm having this opportunity to say, give us space to do our work. Let's not be pressurized to do wrong things. Let's make sure that we do our work, and then once we are done, we will be able to take these things to court, and then people will be able to know exactly what is happening. Okay. What about the Gupta emails? Because, I think we're going to leave you to do your work, but I suppose the issue of what you are investigating and what is getting attention, because, these Gupta emails that have been leaked to the media, that have been published, are you looking into them? Surely this is something that would be on the top of the list as well. Well, the acting national head has made an announcement through that she has opened an inquiry. Okay. The Minister of Police as well has also made that announcement that there's going to be an investigation. So that matter is receiving attention, although we are still in the process of putting the proper building blocks in terms of making sure that we deal with this case as well. There's a lot of meetings that we still have to complete with other law enforcement agencies of this country. So once that has been finalized, like I said during the week, that the acting national head will make an announcement as to how we're going to move forward on this case. All right, we'll have to leave it there, unfortunately. Brigadier Hangwani Muluadzi, the spokesperson for the Hawks, talking to us here on Morning Live. And also do remember that the Hawks also this week confirmed that they're also investigating allegations of corruption that were contained in the former Public Protector's report of state capture. So that, of course, being Thuli Mandela. So unfortunately not having a chance to talk about that, but that's something that the Hawks also have on their cards. So very, very busy at this point.